Hey, it's you! Come on in and join us!
Y'all, we're going down to Key West, Florida to go find a fish with Gentleman's Nod.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet!
Hey, y'all, come on in. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. Your chair is always open. And if you happen to be here during one of the live premieres, why, come on in the live chat and meet the Whiff Pack, a cool group of folks hanging out from all over the world, and they'd love to meet you too.
Yeah, and for our mention today, Marcus has a little fun thing to show you.
Y'all, this first arrived at the beginning of our journey as a little extra in our box from the Razor Company. But I gotta tell you, when I first opened this, I was like, this is one of the top 3 barbershop scents I have ever smelled. Where's the accompanying shave soap? There isn't one. So, y'all, we would just like to humbly request somebody crack this open out there in the artisan world and make a shave soap. You can get these at the Razor Company. You can get them in bulk at Amazon.com. These are amazing. And what's our soap today?
Our soap today is part of the Gentleman's series. At least that's what we're calling it. So, my dad's name is Johnny Vincent. So clearly, I had to get Johnny and Vincent. And then we also have Jackie in this series as well.
So, y'all, these are homages to famous gentlemen Jackie Robinson, Vincent van Gogh, Johnny Cash. Mm-hmm. And today, we're going to spend some time with a very famous Earnest. Let's meet the soap. All right, y'all, from the sales page at gentlemansnod.com.
Cooled Summer Edition seriously amps up the mango and highlights the citrus top in a very unique way. Think mango and citrus carried on a breeze with a touch of sun-kissed skin and the familiar base of warm tobacco and woods. Your tropical summer beach vacation has arrived. The cooling in the soap is noticeable, but not overbearing in any way. It does last 20 to 30 minutes following the shave.
Created for adventurers, novelists, rum and cigar aficionados of all kinds, we took the inspiration for this fragrance from the Key West and Cuba days. Rumor has it that when attempting to catch a monster fish, sometimes it takes 85 days. And that's one of the books of his I actually read, and I have a question. Let's unbox it. I don't remember if we got the cooling edition, but let's see if we did. Oh, y'all, look at that beautiful label. Ooh. Unmatched in this wet shaving world are the dapper, luxurious labels from Gentleman's Nod.
And then look at what he snuck in here. We got an EDP too.
Yes, thank you, buddy. What is that? Yeah, sample of the Earnest EDP so we can try it in its purest form.
We've got
our now. Jay Marcus and Sarah, thank you much for the order. Congrats again. Oh, Gentleman's Nod was our engagement episode. Y'all, Passion 12.
Mm-hmm. So this has been waiting for quite a while. We had to get through the holidays, so now we can hang out with Earnest.
Y'all, let's go on a fishing expedition. Strap in.
I'm excited to have more of a summer scent because sometimes in winter when it gets super cold, you want the summer vibes.
We just did 16 Christmas scents in a row, y'all. I am not going to say no to some mango, that's for sure. And I love that this comes with a seal. So you know your schnoz is the only one that's gotten on this soap, and I think I want you to go first. I'm going to ask you some questions. I don't know if this is going to be more mango and fruity, or if this is going to be more tobacco and masculine like Ernest Hemingway. I don't know if this is going to be the vibe of where he was, or the personality of the guy, or his 6-toed cats. I've seen them. This could be anything. Take it in, see what you get.
I'm excited because I am a fan of mango. Marcus is technically allergic, so he can't eat them, but I can.
Don't eat the soap.
Off to our vacation paradise, I think. Here, let's see.
I was on Key West the day before Halloween. That was an adventure.
That was a very long whiff. Whew.
What'd you get?
Okay, it is not as sweet as I thought it was going to be. If you could have a masculine citrus, that is this.
Like a savory citrus kind of thing?
The woods in here. And the tobacco, I guess. I forgot that was on the list, but it's a lot more subtle on the citrus side than I was expecting.
Gotcha.
But that citrus blends so well with the masculine kind of tobacco-y, woodsy, lighter woods that are happening here. Like, I'm definitely somewhere where it's sunny and a vacation and I'm calm and I have nothing to worry about, no rushes in my day. I am chill.
Sounds like Key West. Frozen key lime pie on a stick? You kidding? I spent 3 days there one day.
But the citruses, I'm getting more the rind of the citrus somehow, like the bitter sides a little bit, not as
like
sour.
St. Vincent a little bit.
Not sour, not as sweet sides of the citrus.
Right.
And somehow the rinds of the fruits are really playing into where the tobacco spices and the woods, like the clean white side of the woods, they are all really good friends in this tub. Nice. I gotta tell you. I feel like it's funny because I don't know if I would have said citrus first after smelling this. Like it's still bright to me, but it's citrus done in a whole different way.
Nice.
Like it's not the normal way that we smell a citrus, but it works perfectly here. Like a real new creative kind of vibe. Like Ernest Hemingway was his own kind of dude. Sure. So I feel like that really fits with this type of scent.
Nice. Are you getting mango?
Not the way I was expecting.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just keeping things softer. Usually to me, when I think mango, I think super sweet.
Right.
Here, it's used differently. Oh. And I think it's just to kind of calm down the brighter sides of the citrus that could normally kick in.
Right.
So then it's more a seamless transition into the tobacco side. And I'm not getting, like, we always get tobacco mixed with booze or something. Here, it's fun because it's different. I don't get that side of the tobacco. I just get more of the spices that could almost be considered woodsy.
Right.
And that's jumping into the woods here. I don't know what type of wood exactly. I want to say more the creamier woods.
Gotcha.
Like more of the sandalwood maybe, or it could be slightly cedar. I feel like I'm at a really fun resort, but one of those ones where it's not hotel rooms.
Right.
Like they're little like huts off separate somehow. Like
bungalows are in here,
yeah,
y'all.
I feel like we're just hanging out. We got some music going on. We are not rushing. We are just sitting there fishing off the dock. We got all the time to hang out. It's one of the first ones I would say my brain doesn't jump directly to cologne.
Oh.
Like sometimes when these are more of a character,
right.
my brain is like, okay, I feel like this is a new version of a cologne, or this is a new revamp of something.
Right.
This one is definitely more a place, I think, in my mind. Like, I know it's for Earnest, but I really do feel like I'm at an escape somewhere.
Nice.
It's funny, my brain has a hard time getting the tobacco out of this. I'm curious what you think. If you can get more of the spice of the tobacco, and I know it's there, but it's just blended so well. It's blowing my mind.
Okay, I'm taking this in. I have so many questions. Here we go. Ready? Wow. Green. Woody, spicy, tropical, tree bark. Oh, I see. Y'all, it's been turned inside out and upside down, but it's there. It's like an optical illusion. Do you see this? Now do you see this? I don't get tobacco in the traditional sense.
No.
I don't get citrus in the traditional sense. I don't get woods in the traditional sense. But y'all, I don't get any of these scent notes from these gentlemen in any of the traditional senses. In fact, Vincent cured grapefruit for me. Used to be a scent note I did not like and would steer clear of, but I can sniff this all day. What I love about Chris's artistic vision is he dives in with a very particular set of glasses to pull out super specific parts of these scent notes and jettison all the rest. There is an analogy to Old Man of the Sea here. And then takes those super specific but super narrow lanes of each scent note and then puts those together. So it's like taking this choir and reducing it down to one singer, this choir down to one singer, this choir down to one singer. And the representative from the citrus group is not what you'd expect. It's a little bit more of a savory grapefruit. It's a little bit more of a smoky sort of orange peel. But again, these are not complex because they are single singers from each choir. Then, when they get put into this, it's Manhattan Transfer. And I think if those notes weren't super simple but specific, you wouldn't have that complexity of blend. It's like an artist finding the perfect colors and then putting them together to make something you have not seen before. Wow. So hold on. Let me dive in.
There's a lot more depth, I think, is the word I would use.
I am getting a sense from the citruses and wood of a very dry, beautiful peach. Think Tusitala is in here just a little. The tobacco is a tiny bit of the flower and a tiny bit of the spice from the leaf, and that's it, I think. But makes perfect sense to me, because when you're in Key West, those are the kind of scents that make their way to you on the sunset breeze. And then the woods are a really specific sort of cypress or white wood that is right down the center, that's not oak, that's not eucalyptus, that is like a palm tree sense that is specifically tropical. Yeah. And it's funny for me that it does have a few similarities to Tusitala, because that is sort of an aquatic. It's got a ship on it. So you might be on one of the Widow's Walks on Key West. They all have one, and see Tusitala's ship going by you.
That's funny, because I was going to say, it's interesting to me. I do get a tropical vibe, but I don't get an aquatic vibe from this.
Right. And you know what else is cool? Think a tropical vibe. That isn't even remotely feminine.
Yep.
Everything I've ever smelled tropical goes so female, I can't stand it. Well, y'all, glad tidings of great joy. This is eminently tropical and 100% masculine. Right. I think the only reason that you would use this was you want to be reminded of a guy.
Right. But it's not the normal sense that you would throw in. That's what earlier I was like, I don't think cologne right away. I do think masculine.
Right. They didn't pull the average singers out of each group, y'all. In fact, they didn't even pull the most traditional singers. They pulled the ones that had the most unique voices, but still the great ones.
But if you think of an artist, even like Earnest, like a writer, they aren't the normal people in the crowd. They have fun, different parts to them, their imagination they live through.
Right.
There's a reason that they do what they do.
You put these 4 actual gentlemen in a room, that's a play that needs writing. And you know what? I have been waiting for 8 months, because this bar of Earnest got sent with us in one of our other Gentleman's Not Soaps, and we haven't smelled it yet because we are that disciplined. All right, take it in, see if it's a little bit
ruin
different.
our first impression, you know?
Right, and we do know that Chris reformulates his scents a little bit from each version, from the shave soap to the bar soap to the EDP. What do you get?
Interesting. Even the soap base of the soap, I think, actually works well with the woods in here somehow.
What is
I couldn't get that in there. I can't wait to get it wet, though. Like, I feel like something in that
There's
is
the
change.
citrus. Smell, yeah.
But it's still not the normal citrus.
No,
it's used a different way.
Almost like a lemon flower is in that.
If you could have clean citruses, this is more the cleaner side.
Y'all, and there is a glossary at the end of this book. Can we please see the scent notes? Back to the sales page at gentlemansnod.com. Earnest opens up with a bright and uplifting tropical citrus accord. The fragrance transitions with the addition of warm florals and tobacco. As the aroma settles into the skin, it finishes with warm notes of tobacco, vetiver, and woods. The perfect fragrance for your next summer adventure. And here are the list of scent notes, starting at the top.
So, a few of these we kind of knew, but these are not what I was expecting.
Hold on.
All right. First one, lime. That was almost the peel I was getting.
That's it. And it's a candied lime. It's a key lime! I am an authority on frozen key lime pie dipped in chocolate on a stick. There's key lime in this. And then...
But I think it's how it's mixing with the mango is taming it just a little.
And the bergamot, lemon, and grapefruit. The entire top tier are citrus.
But not the normal side still, right?
No, and when you put them all together, it's got a peachy smell to me, a leathery peach. Beautiful.
It's more like the raw side. I don't know, something, instead of candying them or sweetening them, like it's more the real version. Like I feel like if I just cut it open somehow.
Well, right. I feel like it's a candied lime, but then the rest of it is like super real. So like the key lime, and then the rest of it being like more on the savory side. And then in the mid notes.
See, this makes a little more sense to me. We have jasmine, which is that white clean side, tobacco, and lavender. They're all in there.
It's a very small amount of jasmine, but just enough to take the edges off the tobacco. And a couple of the notes we're about to see. The vetiver and the cedarwood are both beautifully tamed by that jasmine. And then what's underneath here?
So we have tobacco.
A second tobacco note. So I'm thinking one might be flower or leaf. One might be more of a tobacco spice.
Yep. And then vetiver. I do get a green side, and that was almost kind of leaning to the lime peel for me. Cedarwood, sandalwood. So definitely the creamier woods, the lighter, brighter ones.
And I love seeing those two together. The cedarwood's going to give you a little more of a peppery feel to your nose. The sandalwood a little bit more creamy and a little bit more reminiscent of an aftershave that Earnest might have actually used. Wow.
After reading those scent notes, I'm really glad we have the EDP, because on the different layers and the dry down, those are going to wake up a little bit more. But we should do a lab.
You're reading my mind. All right, these are our bougie sticks from Amazon.com, so we don't contaminate our soaps. And here we go. I'm going to come at this pour. Oh, y'all beautiful. Bite back to my stick. And where did you get this gorgeous custom bowl and brush set?
From AKA Brushworks, from Amelia and Gardner. We just gave them the colors, and they went to work trying to find.
They went to town, y'all. These are some of our favorites.
I'm so glad when we can bust these out and give them some camera time, because they are just gorgeous.
And this is our Smaldridge Memorial Bougie Sprayer. We're going to give this about 10 or 11 sprays in the bowl. And then we're going to show you our lathering technique here at the Barbershop Duet. We're just going to let that blooming water stay on the soap and slightly wet the bristles while we go one way. We go the other way. We push down, get a little backbone going on. And then the patented Barbershop Duet move. Spin the brush 25% in your hands. Give those bristles a new orientation with which to come at the soap. Go forwards. Go backwards. Jerry Plessy, the shaved head, might tell you to go back and forth a little bit over the soap itself, and then turn the brush again. What we're really doing is loading up that soap onto the bristles so that when we add the water and we add a lot more friction, that's where the lather's going to be built, is between the bristles, not against the bottom of the bowl. Oh, I'm getting that beautiful, savory, citrusy thing going on over here.
Yeah, if citruses could be masculine, I feel like there's that. All right, I'm going for the water here, folks.
Do it.
It's a waking up.
I saw a rare sight on Key West, Florida that I had no idea was a rare sight. People stand around Hemingway's house all day hoping to catch a glimpse of one, and one of them was standing right in front of me. Hemingway was notorious for having these 6-toed cats that were all over his property in Key West, Florida. And those cats are still there, and they still have 6 toes on their feet.
I just was watching them the other day, and they pointed that out just scrolling along. But the reason they like 6 toes is actually when you're on ships, they can hold on and ground themselves more.
Ah, you wouldn't think that'd be an ideal environment for a feline, and yet here we are.
Yeah. Maybe they kept the fleas off the people or something, like they had more of a purpose.
Right. And in Key West is a giant buoy marker for the southernmost tip of the United States. It's not actually the southernmost tip. There's another island that's privately owned that's a little more south, but it's the one that you can go to. And they used to have a live cam on it, and we would check it out. 24 hours a day, you could see what was going on. Well, let's just say too much started going on, so they had to get rid of the live cam. It is Florida. And in fact, the day before Halloween, if you are on Key West, Florida,
Crazy.
you will see a lot of naked people. And not the ones you want.
I know we don't talk about lather here, y'all, but look at this explosion.
Are y'all kidding me? And when we watch Angelo in the Shave Arcade, we like to see how that lather coats the face. Would you like to do the honors? I want to see how this goes on my moneymaker. Y'all, look at that. Ready for my Rockwell if I was ever. Look at this.
Well, does it have the cooling effect? There was one of the bases that did. Let's see.
I'm not sure
we'll
if this
give
is
it
the
a
cooling one or not, or how you tell.
Right. Well, we'll know in a second.
I think I'm getting...
I think we might be.
I think I'm getting a little blast. Maybe that's the blue label, is the cooling.
I don't know. This one says the C4 Plus base.
Oh, I am definitely getting a little cooling factor over here, and it's lovely. Not as dramatic as like Cold Spices, but
no.
Oh, sitting right there in the pocket.
It's intentional, but it feels good. Like if you were on an island in Key West and it's freaking hot and humid, this is the one you want, y'all.
This is the midnight breeze for sure. And I don't know how they're taking the sense of a tobacco flower and giving it a hint of smoke, but it's lovely. Why don't we take this a little deeper and see if we can find out. I remember reading The Old Man and the Sea when I was about 21. And at the end, when he comes back with the fish, the sharks have taken a bunch of bites out of it, and it's not in good condition. And he comes back to the beach and kind of falls asleep. And I remember thinking, well, it never actually says, like, how much he could sell the fish for, or even if he could sell it at all. Was it still valuable? Like, this was the entire book, was this quest for this enormous fish. And it didn't even say if he was going to reap his rewards. Well, the older you get, the more you realize it's not about selling that fish. It's about bringing it back in the first place. And to experience our beautiful EDP sample, let's take another quick look at these scent notes. So top is...
lime, mango, bergamot, lemon, grapefruit.
Got it.
Mids, jasmine, tobacco, lavender. And the base, we got tobacco, vetiver, cedarwood, and sandalwood. Does it pop more here?
There's the rest of the citrus are in this form. They're for the very last layer you put on, y'all. Beautiful.
Oh, yeah. See, I would still rock this part, but from the base, I was thinking that was much more masculine. In this one, I feel like I could still, with the brighter sides and the florals in here, the jasmine.
And these are meant to be layered. So let's pretend you had a shower and you used your soap bar, and then you had a nice shave and you used shaving soap, and at the end of all of it, you put on your EDP. This is Around the World in 80 Ways. Are you ready? Here we go. Are they slightly different?
Slightly. You're right. The tops in this, the citrus are much brighter.
Yep.
Not necessarily sweeter, but I think the jasmine was really coming out more here too, like the lighter.
Yep, absolutely beautiful.
There's sun there the whole time for me, smelling this. There's something about this that if you started your morning with this, you could wear it all night. Right. But there's something in the base that really does just have that brighter, makes you want to smile, kind of wake you up kind of thing. Maybe the coolness in the base on your face will wake you up a little bit too. Lovely adventure. Like it said, this will be your trip off to the tropical summer vacation. I'm with you.
And it does feel like you're leaving the country a little bit, because they do call themselves the Conch Republic. They have pretty officially seceded from the Union. The Union, as it turns out, didn't really care, so kind of let them secede. Yeah. But it's the Conch Republic when you're there. And our tour guide had just had a baby the week before we were there. And the way that you knew is that if you had an islander, now it doesn't count if you're born somewhere else. Okay. But if you are actually born on that island, you are considered a conch. And on the morning of your birth, you take a stick and a conch shell and you put it in your front yard, woof, and that's how everybody knows a new conch has arrived at the island. I thought that was a super cool tradition.
After meeting Earnest, this is probably one of the most different, masculine, tropical summer scents we've had.
Absolutely. That's what I love the most about it, I think. Is it tropical? Absolutely. Is it masculine? Absolutely. How? I have no idea. Completely redefines it, but redefines it in an even better way. And isn't that what this shaving soap world is about?
And it doesn't make it aquatic, which usually they're connected.
No, you can see Tusitala's ship from here, but that's about it. So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just be Marcus, wandering around Key West, Florida, trying to walk from the Pacific Ocean to the Atlantic Ocean, which you can do from their main street on that island. You're going to be feeling a little homesick. You're going to be missing your Cavalier back home and all of your friends and all of the music that you don't have with you. But from that second-story apartment, you're going to hear the loud strains of a very obscure Stephen Sondheim musical called Evening Primrose. And suddenly you're going to feel like home again and realize that you are surrounded by people who might as well be family, and you're going to get your own. So go on over to gentlemansnod.com for this and a wide range of other cool stuff. Well, I have had my shave, y'all, with Earnest, and what I love about this, it is 9 absolutely beguiling scents that generally you find in lotions, generally you find in sunscreens, generally you find in tropical things when you go on vacation, but they all have a feminine edge. Well, y'all, I don't know how, but all of those beautiful fruits, all of those beautiful florals are here in such a dapper, masculine way, I can't even see straight, and the shave, absolutely reminiscent of a cigar lounge in West Key West along the Pacific Ocean where the six-toed cats roam. And the lather is another level, thick, sticky, creamy on my face, and yet somehow not even clogging my razors. Thank you, Chris, for this. Welcome to Messages.
So for our February giveaway, we wanted to give you a chance to get a $20 gift card to Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements.
Yeah, y'all, one of our all-time favorite artisans, and all of you have to do to be eligible for this giveaway is send an email here to WeSentYou@theBarbershopDuet.com so that we can get back to you. It's the only way we communicate about our giveaways, and then check back here on our first March episode to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck! We didn't leave it on our faces very long, but it does feel very refreshed. Slightly cool. It's not crazy, but slightly.
I feel like a grown-up when I use the Gentleman's Nod soaps. Yep. I know I love my Fruit Loop soaps, but y'all, something between the label, the scents, the experience is just elevated and grown up. Makes you feel like you've experienced a lovely ball game, read a fantastic novel, and then maybe heard a fantastic concert from the Man in Black. You're ready for the night.
Yeah, there's something in the name gentleman's nod.
Right.
Like there is just that take of feeling like a gentleman.
And we should probably show them what this artisan was named after. Y'all, this is the gentleman's nod. So if you are passing each other in front of Buckingham Palace on a lovely, balmy London afternoon, you will look at each other and do this. That's the gentleman's nod! This is the California Bay Area nod. So, is George the only one we have left from the Gentleman series? I feel like there's one more.
No, there has to be one more, right?
There better be one more. Oh, these are so good.
And then we have the lawman ones, the new ones that just dropped. We got to get busy,
Better
y'all.
get started.
Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.